Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Say hello. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. I'm Dawn. This is my weekly live here on YouTube. I am just getting everything finished up. See if I can pull up the live here so I can see when y'all come on. There we go. All right, now I'll be able to see your comments. Yep, there you are. Okay. Well, hello there. How are you, Roxanne? Roxana, sorry. All right, so today I am making a wreath kit that I got from one of my wreath friends, Positive Creation Wreaths. She had a contest and I won the contest and she gave away a wreath kit. So I told her I would come on and do the wreath kit on my live and show everybody. She still has a couple left if anyone wants to purchase one. So you can find her on Facebook. Again, it's Positive Creation Wreaths. And this is Christy. Hey, Sherry, or Nancy. I'm going to call you Sherry. Watching from work. Don't get in trouble. All right, so what come in her kit was this sign that says Land That I Love with a cute little teddy bear on it. And this is a 7x9 sign. And I believe she makes the signs. I forgot to check with her and ask her, but I believe she makes the signs. I'll have to double check that. If she pops on, I will find out. She gives you an elevated work frame or wreath frame with ties so that you can put it on there yourself. I'm not going to use the elevated one though. I prefer to use my own, the flatter ones. So I'm going to use that and I'll save this for something else. It just, when I make them with these elevated ones, they're too elevated and I make mine so big and poofy that it's hard to ship them that way and it costs more and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to swap this out and I'll save this for something else. Well, hello there from Missouri. I hope you're having warm weather there because, boy, we're cold here today. I don't know what happened. We were in the 70s and 80s, and it's like I woke up this morning, it was 34 degrees. It's North Carolina. We're not supposed to be this cold in April. So I hope y'all are warm where you are. So you get the ties, you get the frame, you get the sign, you get 2 rolls of mesh, 10-yard rolls. There she is now, Positive Creation Wreaths. There she is. Christy, do you guys make your signs? I thought you do, but I want to make sure. You get a 10-yard roll, and this blue is really pretty. It's got the metallic in the mesh, and it shimmers with the light, and it gives off the it colors around it, the red, white, and blue color, or red and blue colors. But it gives that off. No, she orders them. Okay, I'm sorry. She orders the signs. I thought, for some reason, I thought you made them. I'm sorry. You don't like having 2 first names? And then you get this red with this tinsel in the center, or 2, it's on the middle and on the sides. I don't know why I can't describe things today. So you get the 10-yard roll of this, and then you get your ribbons. She's got, I believe it's 5 yards of each. So you get this one here with the stars on it. Then you've got this one with the glittered stars on it. There is a red, white, and blue stripe. And what else do we have? Oh, the blue one. I really like this blue plaid. This pretty blue plaid. I like that one. So you get that one to go with it. 2 days snow. Oh my gosh. I saw up in New York near Syracuse that they had snow today. We used to live just above Syracuse when we were up there. So I am so glad we are not there. I'll take our weather any day over that. Sorry. Snow is beautiful to look at, but when you live in it, forget it. Those of you who live in it know what I mean. Those of you who don't live with snow, you guys always want it. You can go have it. We don't care. We'll give it all to you. All right. And then you get these 3 little foam stars, the red, white, and blue stars. And I also have some extras of these, so I'm going to use some of these in here. So I'm just going to add a couple of things to it from my own stash, which is the stars. And then I have some extra ribbons here that are almost used up. I think that'll go with this for the bow. We'll make a bow, and I'll add that. Okay, so I cut mine at 30 inches. She gives you instructions on how you want to, however you want to do it. She has this nice little instruction sheet that comes with it. Tells you how to do a ruffle and how to do a woodland ruffle. I'm going to do a woodland ruffle. Maybe. I don't know. I think I am. All right, let's get started. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing today. I don't know what my problem is. All right, so I put my ties on. Christy, I just explained a little. I don't know if you were on here when I said it. I swapped out the frame because I like the flatter frame, but I did tell them that you do put the elevated frame in there. I just prefer, because mine are already big enough, I don't want to add to it with an elevated frame. So I space my ties out about 4 to 4.5 inches. I put 18 ties, 10 on the outside and 8 on the inside. And I do have a video here on YouTube if anyone wants to go check that out. That shows you exactly how I place my ties. It is a different day. That's probably what is throwing me off. And plus I ran out today, and I had to go to the dollar store because I knew that they had gotten some frames in, because mine near me got them in. So I knew the other one had to have gotten them. So yesterday I went to mine and got some frames, and today I went to the other one and got some frames, because even though I have plenty, I don't ever want to run out. All right, so I am using my little dowel here that I use to do my curls, and I'm just curling them up about 4 times. You have both frames too? Yeah, it's just harder for me using the elevated ones. I'm just so used to using the flatter ones now. And then I'm going to ruffle it up the center, and we're going to alternate the colors, the red and the blue. These are really pretty colors. And I start on the top, and I'm putting my curls face up. And then I'm going to make sure to pull them together, which they'll stand up better once I get everything on here. So let me get my ribbons sorted out. So I decided I'm going to put this star one with this plaid, and I'm going to put the red, white, and blue stripe with the other stars. So we're going to do these two. I think I'm going to do the plaid on the bottom. And these are all 1.5 inch ribbons. I don't know why I twisted that so many times. And you can add to it. You know, when you buy a wreath kit, you can always add to it. Our dollar store has been out for quite a while. That's why when I found that they had them, I ran over to get them really quick, because they do go. I don't know how many wreath makers are in my area. I mean, I've never run into them, but they never seem to have them. So, and I looked the other night to see if I could order them. Almost did a regular ruffle. If I could order some, and they don't even have them on their website as of last night. They had some other frames, the 18-inch and the 8-inch, but they didn't have any 14-inch frames on their website last night. Boy, I'm just having all kinds of problems today, aren't I? Don't know what my problem is. So I hope y'all are doing well. If you're watching and you're new to my page, please be sure to subscribe. I do my live over here on Fridays normally at 2:30 Eastern. Today I'm doing it because my mom has an appointment tomorrow. So rather than try to rush home and do it then, I figured I would just do it today, since I already had this set here. I just got this in the mail yesterday. So I knew I had something that I could do quickly. So I want to thank Christy again for the kit. And I hope y'all will check out her site. She can put in her site for us. That would be great. You got an ad in an email today picturing all the new wreath signs from the dollar store? Who was it from? Yeah, from the Dollar Tree. Huh. I went the one by me is not as big as the one that is in the next town over. So when I go to the bigger one, although I don't really care for their store because it's kind of a messier one, but I guess that's expected from the bigger stores. I don't know, but I mean ours isn't that great either. But what is it about the dollar store? They can't keep them cleaned up. I don't understand that. I just have a paper cut on my finger. Can't see it, but I can feel it. And I do my other live on my Facebook page on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So you can catch me over there as well. It really does shimmer when the light hits it, and it picks up all the other colors around it. I really like that. I was telling them that when I was showing them the mesh. And I don't open up, I just put my ribbons in there. I do all that afterwards because it's going to get all messed up anyway from me working on the wreath. So I don't even bother right now. I just get them in there. Now you could add tubing to this. You know, when you get a wreath kit, you don't have to do it exactly the way they tell you to do it or suggest you do it. You do it your way. Make it yours. I mean, use theirs as a guide and then kind of build from there, but you can add to it. That's what makes it unique and yours. Because, you know, we don't all want to have the same exact wreath, right? Well, that's probably it, the payroll thing. I wouldn't doubt it because they never, the one I just went to today, they had a long line going down the aisle. And of course, you know, people don't follow the rules with the line. You know, I'm waiting in line and some lady just walks up ahead of me and I'm like, am I invisible? Do you not see? I mean, I'm hard to miss. You can't miss me. But I was polite and didn't say anything because, you know, nowadays you can't do that. If you say something, then who knows what will happen to you. I mean, have you seen the videos on Facebook and YouTube? So I don't say anything anymore. Back in the day, I would have said something, but not anymore. Now I say it under my breath to myself. But yeah, they had one register open and then a group of employees standing over here yapping. I'm telling you, in my day when I worked retail, there was no standing around yapping, especially if there were customers around and you had a line. No, no, no. But yeah, and then the lady walked up in front of me and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll continue to wait. I wanted to say, did you not see the line going down the aisle? But some people just don't care. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did retail for a very long time and you know, there was no standing around. We used to you know, because they always had cameras. If you were seen standing around, they would get on the phone from up in the sky, you know, people watching on the cameras, and they would call down and tell you, why are you standing there? What are you doing? There's always something to do. Why are you standing around? So yeah, I mean, they were always watching. You couldn't stand around. Now people don't care. $2 stores close to me are so, yeah, they are. That's how ours are. They're really messy. Yep. I run in. I do the same thing, Lorraine. I run in, I see if they have frames, and then I leave. That's what I did today. I ran in. I saw they had the frames. I didn't want to clean them out. I could have, but I didn't. I was polite, and I only took 12. I figure a dozen at a time will do, because I just got a dozen yesterday at the other store. So, and they had two good, because at one store they have them hanging up, and at the other store they just have them laying on a shelf. And this one that I went to today, they had them hanging up, and they had two hooks with a bunch of them on there. So I knew that they had just gotten them in, because they didn't have them the last time I went. We have one other one that's in the same town, the one I went to today, but it's further away, and that I only go down that way on Mondays. So I didn't go this week to see if they had any. Hey, Virginia. So I'll have to go next week and see if they have them. Of course, by then they'll probably all be gone, but that's all right. Like I said, I've got plenty, but I like to keep them on hand. And then I have people that ask me for them too. So I have no problem with sending them to people when they need them. You know, people buy them from me all the time, because they know I have a stash. So again, if you just joined, this is a wreath kit that I got from Positive Creation Wreaths. She had a giveaway and I won, and this was the wreath kit that I won. And she sent this to me. I got it yesterday, so I thought I would go ahead and show you all today, because I know she has these for sale. So if anyone's interested, she is on here with us today. She can put her link in, or you can visit her Facebook page, either one. And I'm sure she's got a link to her shop on her Facebook page. So you get everything here to make your wreath. My mom must be cooking something. I can smell something going on downstairs. I use the dowel because it just gives me a neater curl. I find when I do it myself by hand, they look a little messy, and I don't like the look of them. So the dowel just kind of helps, and it was really helpful with my hands before I had the surgery on my right hand, which I'm going to get the one on my left hand next month. So I will be out of commission for another 2 weeks next month. But it's okay. It's all good. I don't think I'll have to be, it won't be as big a deal because it's not my dominant hand. So I might still be able to do some stuff with it. Because it really wasn't bad as far as being able to do stuff. It's just that after the surgery, you can't lift things and do things. And with it being my dominant hand the last time, it was really hard. I couldn't, make wreaths. But since it's going to be my left hand, I don't use my left hand as much. So I might be able to get away with some stuff. Maybe if I make a base or something beforehand. So I have started doing these lives over here on Friday because I'm trying to build my YouTube audience. I've had a YouTube page for a long time, and I post my videos that I do on YouTube or on Facebook over here every week. But with everybody having issues with Facebook and people's pages being hacked and closed down, I thought it would be nice to have an audience that is familiar with me over here in case something like that were to ever happen to me. Because I know with them, they had to basically start over again because they weren't doing YouTube regularly. So I thought, what would it hurt And there are people who prefer YouTube over Facebook anyway. So why not start that now in case something like that were to ever happen? And two, it's like I said, it's a different audience because there are people that prefer YouTube over Facebook. All right, that was the top. So it still looks a little flat, but that's because there's nothing underneath it right now holding those up. Yeah, see, a lot of people don't do Facebook. So I thought, and I have heard that a lot from people. So I thought, what better opportunity to do it over here, give them something as well for those who don't. And it's getting worse and worse over there on Facebook anyway, so who knows what's going to be going on. Oops, gotta keep that in the middle there. So I did not pull any tubing out for this project yet because, like I said, I was kind of rushing around here at the last minute because I decided to go out and gallivant around. Which I was only gone for an hour, but still, that hour. You look at the clock and you think, oh, I got 2 hours before I got to go live. That's plenty of time. Next thing you know, it's like 30 minutes before you're going live. Like, what happened to the time? All right, we are using this one in the blue. So yeah, I'm glad to be doing it on Facebook too. Like I said, I've been posting my videos here for a long time, and I do have a lot of subscribers, so I thought, why not do it over here too? So I moved my Friday live from Facebook over to here. And although today is not Friday, I am doing it today because my mom has an appointment tomorrow. And she forgot I do my live on Fridays, so. That tells you how well they pay attention. They were required to watch me whenever I was live, but a lot of them have gotten away from that. They're slacking. You do get 2 rolls of mesh with the kit. She gives you the red and the blue. And I used most of both because I did 9 pieces of each, and I cut them at 30 inches. So when you cut them at 30 inches, you end up with about this much left. So you could use the rest of this on another wreath if you were doing like poofs. You could use some of this for smaller ruffles, or you could make curls with them. So you have about the same amount left on each. I would say it's probably enough to do, you wouldn't be able to get 9 more ruffles out of it. I know that. Or if you had some of this mesh, you could add it to whatever you have. But if you cut them at 36 or 34, I think it would pretty much use up the whole roll. And I don't know why I didn't think of that to begin with. I could have just done that and used it up. But quite honestly, I just wasn't thinking about it at the time. But you get the mesh. You get 2 rolls of mesh. They're full 10-yard rolls. You get 5 yards of each ribbon. So you get 4 ribbons. Why does it look like, because I did, this should not be here. This is the wrong ribbon. I wondered why I had all of these same ribbons over here. It's because I don't pay attention. But yeah, so anyway, you get the 4 different ribbons, plus you get enough for a bow when you cut them at 12 inches. So we will be making a bow with what's left over, and then you get 3 of the stars, the foam stars. They're glittered. And the frame, the sign, and the pipe cleaners to put on the frame. and instructions. And she does have some of these left, and it's a really cute kit, you guys. So if you're looking for something patriotic, go grab one. She only has a few left. Let's sell them all up for it. And this sign is just adorable. Look at that. That is so cute. Who can resist a teddy bear? I had a little bear on mine last night. Then I did my live on Facebook. If you didn't see that, I'll be putting that video up here tomorrow. I have to edit it because I always edit my Facebook lives for YouTube and put them over here because, you know, they don't want to hear all the chit chat. So I cut out some of that. And so I'll be posting that live from yesterday over here tomorrow. And I did an autism. Every Wednesday we're doing the autism awareness wreaths, because April is Autism Awareness Month, and we have autism in our family, so it's a cause that we support. So each week, next week will be the last, we're going to do a regular wreath. I've done 2 rails, and I did a grapevine last night. And then next Wednesday, we'll be just doing a regular mesh wreath to finish off the month. And then going into May, May is my birth month. My birthday is the beginning of May. And what I usually do, and we'll be doing it over here on YouTube as well. Last year we did it on Facebook, and I'm going to do it again this year. We're going to celebrate my birthday all month. And what I do is on every live, we pick somebody, and they get a gift. So they get my birthday gift from me, a birthday gift from me. So we will do that over here on YouTube as well. And it's usually a sign. It could be a kit. It just depends on whatever I pull out for that day. But I will be doing that again this year. So keep an eye out. I almost did it again. Keep an eye out for that. It will be in the email as well. Thank you. I think that's one of my favorite grapevines I've ever done now. That is my current favorite, because, you know, it changes every time we make a wreath. But that one actually came out almost exactly the way I had envisioned it. And as you know, sometimes we see things in our mind and it doesn't transfer to the project itself, but that was one of them that came out even better than what I had imagined. So I was really pleased with that. So thank you. And you guys will get to see it over here on YouTube tomorrow, because I upload those videos on Fridays. If I can get the editing done tonight, I will do it. I'll put it up tonight. It just is. It's just a matter of when I get the editing done, because, you know, I have to go and watch myself all over again, and I can't stand doing that. All right. So make sure that if you haven't already, that you join my email list. If you don't have the link for it, it should be in the description. But if you can't get it there, just put in the word email in the comments, and I will send you the link. I can't put your email in for you because you have to opt in. But I can send you the link so that you can sign up for it. So I can do that after the live. And also check out my shop at wreathdecorbydawn.com. I have some new sign and ribbon rolls in my shop, full 10-yard rolls. I also have ribbon by the yard. And then, of course, behind me, you can see the little baby butts. I have those in my shop as well, if anyone's interested. Those are hanging there. Somebody had sent me a comment and said they loved seeing the little baby butts hanging up behind me last night on my live. I said, well, they're there because I keep forgetting to tell people that I have them in my shop. Now these little butts don't have anything on the diaper. The other ones I had, they are sold out already, had it's a girl and it's a boy, but these, the diapers do come off. So if you have like a Cricut or an embroidery machine, you can put that on there yourself. So I'm trying to put more and more things in my shop. Kind of keeps things going in between selling wreaths. And it's fun to have those things that people can't normally get. If they don't have access to a wholesaler, sometimes can be hard to get those things at a good price. You can also get my supply list, which has clickable links to the supplies that I use. Everything from my ribbon or my wire cutters up to my ribbon racks. I put links for everything I use, my boxes, anything I use in my business that I can think of that other people might be interested in having the link for. I do put that on my list and send it to you. And I try to break it up into different sections so you don't have to search through a whole list of things. You can kind of go to the section. So stuff, that I use for shipping is in one category. Stuff I use in my craft room or on my lives. So that way you don't have to weed through a whole mess of stuff just to see it. But if you want that link, just type in the word supply in the comments and I will shoot that out to you as well. It makes it easier than having to put all those links in. But there is a link in the description, but just in case, if you want it, it's quicker for me to just send you the link after because I can copy and paste. So I will do that. And like I said, it's pretty much got everything on there that I use. Anytime I order something, I try to make sure it's on that list so that, because I know that would be helpful to me. If I were starting out or if I were trying to find things or I wanted to know what somebody was using, that's a good way to do it. So I try to help people out as much as I possibly can because I know what it was like when I started. And not everybody's as helpful. So I try to be. At least that was my experience, not that it was anybody else's. But I think I am in a wonderful community now of people who help and share and support each other, and that's what I enjoy. So a lot different than when I first started out. Let's see. I keep wanting to grab the same ribbons every time. So again, this kit came from Positive Creation Wreaths. So Christy has a couple of them left. If anyone is interested, reach out to her. She is on here now, and you can go to her page. She has a Facebook page, and she also has, I don't have her website to put in there, but if she's on here, please put your website in so that they can go and find your wreaths, or your kit, sorry, your kit. Okay, this one I did not apparently get tight enough, so let me tighten this tie real quick. Did I cut too many, or did I skip one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, I didn't skip one. I must have just, nope, there it is. I see it. It's hiding from me. I'll say I don't normally cut too many, but who knows? It could happen. So I really like this mesh that you picked out, Christy. It's very pretty. Especially this blue. I've got the number for it. I'm going to have to check and get me some because I can use that in some of my military wreaths, like for the Navy or the Air Force ones. It's got a nice little shimmer to it. All right. One more to go after this. Oops, come on. So what I'll do is I won't cut my ties off just yet because I may go back and put in some tubing. I don't know. We'll see. All right, last one. And then I will hold it up and show it to you, and we will make a bow. So again, if you're watching and you're new, please tell me where you're watching from. We like to give you a nice warm welcome. Don't be shy. If y'all wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up or sharing this, I would really appreciate that as well. Hey, Kathy, you are not late, hun. You didn't get the notification? Oh, are you on my email list? But yeah, you should have gotten a little notification from YouTube too. All right, last ribbon. You don't ever have to be sorry though. I understand everybody's got things to do and gets busy and things happen. I know. It happens to me all the time. All right, so there we go. So again, this is a ribbon or a wreath kit from Positive Creation Wreaths. I won this from her contest, but she does have some for sale. Whoops, why is that twisted? So if anyone is interested, hop on over and grab you a kit. It's a really cute patriotic kit. It comes with this sign right here. So there is our wreath. We're going to put the sign on in just a second, but first, let me get my bow maker out. All right, so like I said, she gives you enough to make your 12-inch tails and then to make a bow. I am going to add a little bit of my own because I have these rolls that are almost empty and they go with her ribbons. I really like this one, I think, better. So I think what I'm going to do, and these are not going to have long tails on them. Don't need my dowel anymore. Let's get rid of that. So this one is already open. So we're going to go ahead and use this real quick. So this one, maybe I will make one long tail. All right, so it's all 1.5-inch ribbon. So I'm going to use 1.5 inch and I'm going to do them 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, I think we're going to do 5.5. So I'm putting that in at 5.5 and then twisting. I use the Easy Bow Maker. For me, it's easier to use. So I'm going to do 2 loops on each side with this one. They're about right. Okay. Sometimes when I do them, they don't come out even if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing there. Tails don't have to be exact, but I want them to be as close as they are or can be to each other. Now, I only have a little bit of this one left, so we might add it in again just so I can get rid of it. We'll see. All right, then I'm going to add in, let's do, wait on that. Let's do this one. I'm not going to make the tails as long. So this one we will do at 5 inches. So just slightly smaller than the last one. And again, we're going to do 2 loops on each side. Does anybody else watch The Masked Singer? My husband and I started watching it a couple, I guess years ago. It was after the very first season we started watching it because we heard there was so much hype about it that we had to see what it was about. So we watched the second season. So this year, and I'm really surprised because that's not a show my husband would typically watch, but it was something that we did together. So it was kind of nice because we kind of like trying to figure out who these people are, even though he doesn't really know who most of these people would be anyway. But anyway, long story short, you know, I'm watching it now myself this season. But anyway, last night, apparently it was on last night because I record it so that I can watch it the next day and I can speed through the commercials. Apparently, the person that got kicked off last night went on their Facebook page and announced that that's who they were. And I'm a little ticked off right now because my feeling is you should have to wait a certain amount of days before you're allowed to do that. That's my opinion. I don't think they should go on that night before even the West Coast hadn't seen the episode yet. And they tell who they were, you know, that was them. There's something wrong with that. I don't like it. So I was gonna say something on their Facebook page, but you know, they probably don't read those comments anyway. But because you could have waited a little bit longer before saying that it was you. For those of us who haven't watched it yet or haven't gotten it on our coast, thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Hey, Kelly. But I enjoy the show. I just wish they wouldn't do that. I like to find out when it's revealed when I watch it. I don't want to hear about it. That was the thing. My husband and I would always, well, he doesn't scroll Facebook like I do, but I would always try to stay away from it because I didn't want to see it before him and I watched it. Because then I feel like, well, then I know something he doesn't know. And you know, you can always pretend like you don't know, but then I don't know. But yeah, so I was not happy when I saw that. Like, really, you couldn't wait like a couple. I mean, she did it like right after the East Coast feed. So I'm sure the people on the West Coast that saw it might be a little upset too. So if you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it before you scroll Facebook because you're gonna find out. Hey Teresa, how are you? All right, this one's 4.5. After this one, we're going to do the last one. Yeah, I'm only going to use that one. 3.5. I'm sorry. Did I say 4.5? That's 3.5. So yeah, that was my little want for this morning. I was like, God, man. Now it's kind of like you don't even need to go watch it to see, but I guess, to go see what the other people did, but still. I like the judges. I like when they give Dr. Ken a hard time. I love him. And I like Jenny McCarthy. A lot of people don't like her, but I do like her. I don't know why people have such a problem with her, but I like her. Of course, I like her husband too. He's on one of my favorite shows, Blue Bloods. Oops, forgot to spread those out. All right, this one is going to be 3-inch loops. And I will do a center loop with it too. So you have plenty of ribbon here. Of course, I added my 1, but that's okay. You still have plenty of ribbon to do a bow with what she gives you. So don't worry that you're not going to have enough to do a nice bow, because you will with just the 4 ribbons that she gives you. And you can do 2 loops on each side with each ribbon. So that's good. That's a good bow. That's a good amount. All right. So there is our, sorry, nose is itching. All right, so there are our ribbons. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take right there, and I'm going to cut it 8 inches off of that one, fold it in half, scrunch it up. Let's open it up, and then it's going to go right down in the center, and that is our center bow, or our center loop. Now I'm going to find me a zip tie, because I have to use a zip tie to get it nice and tight, but we will be using a pipe cleaner to attach it to the wreath. All right, so here we go with this. I'm using a black zip tie. I have a TV in here, but I don't ever use it hardly. I used to listen to music on it. I would put the music channel on and watch that, because it's one of those smart TVs where you can use the internet. So I would just watch or listen to music all day up here, but our internet had gotten messed up at one time, and all of our stuff was not on the network anymore. And I just haven't gone back and reset this one up yet. All right, so I have 2 pipe cleaners here. I'm going to put them together just to make sure I have enough to put my bow on. And wherever I put my bow, I will cut down those ties on the wreath, because nothing is going to go underneath them. I watch TV in the evening mostly, especially now that my husband's gone. My husband always goes to bed really early when he is home. So that's when I would, watch my TV shows and stuff. He doesn't watch a whole lot of TV. There's a couple of shows we watch together. But once he would go to bed, then I would, watch everything I recorded and catch up with that. I don't watch TV during the day anymore. I used to, but not anymore. I haven't for a long time. And now with him gone, I just watch TV in the evenings when I get done up here. I try to keep banker's hours mostly, because otherwise I would spend all my time up here. And it's really not good to do. Got to have some downtime away from everything. So that's when I go and watch lives and that. I watch those on my tablet while I'm watching TV. All right, I think I did my lock a little too, or my zip tie a little too tight, because now I can't get my pipe cleaner under here. There it goes. I just had a ribbon in the way. All right, so we're going to pull that through. grab onto that. The zip tie is still long. It's on there. My husband loves Hallmark movies and records them all so we can watch. That is so sweet. I wish my husband would do stuff like that. My husband and I don't have the same taste in shows, though. He likes mostly just comedies. He doesn't like watching documentaries. There's a few shows like Deadliest Catch. That's a show we watch together. Of course, The Masked Singer we watched together. Like I said, that surprised me. He was even interested in that, but he sits and watches it with me and tries to figure out who they are. Of course, his guesses are a lot like Dr. Ken's guesses too. But still, it's fun because it's something we do together. But so stuff like that. But he likes shows like Everybody Loves Raymond and home improvement, but the Tim Allen one. What is that one called? I can't think of it now. I think it's on tonight, as a matter of fact. This new show, the outdoor thing, whatever it is. He likes stuff like that. He mostly likes comedies. If it's not a comedy, he doesn't really want to watch it. Doesn't like serious stuff. Definitely doesn't like love stories. He's not a sports guy, thankfully. So I got lucky there. Last Man Standing. Thank you very much. He loves that show. And he's going to be really disappointed when he comes home and finds out it's not on the air anymore because they did cancel it. This is their last season. So if you didn't know that, they're not coming back. All right, there is our bow. Now I'm going to pull that zip tie really tight now that I got that fluffed out where I want it. Let's get rid of this. Let's cut our zip tie off. So yeah, he doesn't like that. I like the Dateline 2020, those kind of shows, but it has to be something really interesting. Thank you. Because not all their stuff is all that interesting to watch. And a lot of it they rerun. All right, let's move this stuff out of the way. Oops, I don't mean to do that. We're going to see where we're going to put our bow and our sign. So I don't know if I want to do the bow at the top or the side. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll do a side by side. All right. So I'm going to get rid of these ties right here. Thank you. I can't take credit for selecting all the materials. That is Christy. So kudos to her. And I know what that's like doing wreath kits, so. I don't have any right now because it was just too hard finding all the materials to do them. So I just did sign and ribbon sets in my shop. All right, so that's where the bow is going to go. So on the opposite side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take these and get rid of these two. I'm just cutting them down because these are going to be underneath the sign. Nobody's going to see them anyway. Let's do this one. Now, when you put your sign and your bow on, you want to try and do it in between your ties. Don't do it where your ties are. Try to go right here in between because that'll help them sit up. If you do them where your tie actually is, it tends to pull them down. You don't want to do that. All right, so let's go back over here and put the bow on first. I'm going to grab my needles. So if you're not familiar with these needles, I sell them in my shop. You get a pack of 3 in random colors. They are about 3.5 inches long. They help get your bows, your signs, your attachments on your wreaths. Oh, what's that? What happened here? Looks like the fuzzy stuff came off of the... All right, as long as it's not broken, we're good. Yeah, it's not broken. It looks like the fuzzy stuff just came off of the wire for the pipe cleaner on that one part. So, all right. So anyway, take the needle, put it on your pipe cleaner, go in between the 2 ties right here through the mesh and everything down to the frame. Pull. What am I hitting? There it goes. Pull that down. And there's your one tie is on there. Now you do the same thing with the other one. And you want to make sure that you're tying off to the frame and not your mesh. If you tie your bow off or your attachments off to the mesh, there's a chance they could come undone. Oops. All right, let's get them both in between so they're not in the same ring or around the same ring. There we go. All right. Now, when you're putting your bow on, don't pull it too tight. If you pull it too tight, watch what happens. Pull it too tight, you see how it sinks in? Don't do that. It's not a good look. Just let it lay right on top. Fluff out your back bows or loops so that you can make sure that it's sitting right. And then give it a twist. I don't need all this pipe cleaner. I don't know why I used 2 of them like that, but let me cut some of that off. So don't need that much. All right, so there's that. Now you can fluff your bow, open up all your loops. Now when I ship a wreath, I fill my loops. I don't know if anyone else does it, but I fill my loops with tissue paper. I get it from the dollar store and I just tear it up into strips, wad it up, and I put it in between the loops so that when the customer gets the bow or the wreath, the bow looks like it should pretty much when they take that tissue paper out. Because we all know that not everybody knows how to fluff the bows. So this kind of helps my customers when they get it. All right, and then we will curl those tails. All right, let's put the sign on. So I'm going to do the same thing with the sign. I'm going to lay it right here. I'm going to use my needle. And on this, I'm going to take both wires because I put one wire on each one and then fold it in half. But I'm going to go straight down here. And then I'm going to take those 2 wires, separate them, and wrap them around the ring of the frame. I'm not going to pull too tight, but I'm going to twist it off lightly, gently. One of those ties is not, they're spread out too far, it looks like. So I'm going to do the same thing, all 4 of them. And I'm using 26 gauge silver floral wire. Yeah, my mom's a Fox News watcher too. I don't care for Fox News. Yep, that's how she is. Yeah, all day long. Can't stand it. Because it just repeats over and over and over again. All right, I twisted my wire. Doggone it. I used to be an avid news watcher when my husband, back, in 9/11. Actually, before that, because during the Gulf War and that, but after 9/11 mostly, wrapped my wire around the other wires, and now I can't get it out of there. There it goes. All right. But then, you know, that was even too much then, you know, during the war and that you couldn't watch it. I couldn't pull myself away from it. It was like a sickness almost. So yeah, I had to stop. It was actually after that newscaster died over there. He had been following the troops. He was with MSNBC, I think. I can't remember his name, but he got a blood clot and died over there. And it was after that that I kind of stopped watching. I don't know what it was about him, but so now I watch the local news, the weather, you know, see what the weather is, that kind of thing, and then that's it. Turn it off. I don't want to watch it. Okay. This one right here is too tight, so I got to loosen it up. Yeah, I can't watch it all day like that. No. Because they just start repeating the same things over and over again. I can't do it. All right, we're going to take these two, do the same thing. I'm going to go right straight down. This just makes it so much easier getting your stuff on here. It really is a lot simpler. And these are very popular in my shop. So if you don't have them, check them out because they really do help. And you can use them for a lot of things. Like I used it last night on my grapevine. I'm using it on this mesh one. You can use it on any wreath, any attachments. If you sew or crochet, of course, you can use it for sewing off your ends. That's originally what they were for. I'm looking for the wire hanger or the wire frame. Pull my ribbons out. There we go. We're done with that. Yeah, I can only watch so much too. I don't know how people can watch it all day long over and over and over. My father-in-law does too. There's really not a whole lot of fun stuff on the news anyway, so there's no reason to watch it for me. It's all bad stuff as far as I'm concerned. All right. So then ignore my ties because I will cut all those down, but I'm going to see, I might add tubing and then I might add more of those stars. But what you can do with these stars that she gives you 3, a red, white, and blue one. Now you could either put them on a little skewer or even a little pick that you save. If you don't save these pieces that you cut off of your stems, you know, there are certain ones I'll save that you can put those in there and then put those on your wreath. Or you can take them and you can stick them right onto your pipe cleaner because they're foam. The pipe cleaners have got the wire in them. So look, you sit that on there like that. There's that one. So you've got your red, white, and blue thing there. And then when the wind blows, it's going to bob around. So that's what I will probably do. And then I would cut the other tie down. But I would take these and I'm going to put them on here like this. And you can cut the pipe cleaner down as far as you want so that, you know, it doesn't have to stick up like that. I already folded that one down. Here's the other one. There we go. So get rid of that one. So that's what I would do with these. And then maybe put some on your bow if you have any extras. There we go. So I hope I did your kit justice, Christy. I want to thank you again so much for sending this to me. I really do appreciate it. It's a beautiful kit. So if anybody wants this kit, go over and check out Positive Creation Wreaths. She is on Facebook. Did you ever put your link in? I will put her link into the description once the live is over, so that if anyone wants it, they can go and check it out. I know she said she had a couple left, so head on over there and grab you one. You won't be disappointed. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week, the rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Do something fun. Be kind to one another. And I will see you all again next Friday right here on YouTube. Okay? Same time. Well, I'm sorry, 2:30 next Friday. Not same time because today's Thursday. Now all day I'm going to think it's Friday. And don't forget I'm on Wednesdays on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, come on over and watch and follow me over there as well. All right. And then check out my shop, wreathdecorbydawn.com. Thank you. I appreciate it. There you go again. And I will go and cut up my ties and put them all, make it all nice and spread out my ribbons. And I will post a picture of this as well. It'll be on my Facebook page, and then you'll see the picture on the cover, the thumbnail for this video on my YouTube channel. Okay? All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you again so much for joining me. And I will, you did put it there? Okay, good. And I will see you all again next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.